nation. Our mission is focused on the awareness and problem solving due to malevolent acts on our earth. We're seeking like-minded people that wish to give attention to education and exploration of how to make better energy choices, together with the advancement of new ideas and technology. Also promoting renewable energy technologies and employing green energy where available. Because of renewable energy, economies are emerging, markets are reacting, opportunities are swirling, and the world is watching. Yes, we are the eyes of the world. My name is Leo Hannon. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to an ongoing look at what's hurting our planet. The Eyes of the World Foundation is here to give you a broad perspective on the changes to our world. We're raising awareness. We wish to open some eyes and simply share it with others. My mantra, good things are going to happen. Some topics I'll be talking about today include groundwater depletion. We're losing our natural water sources, and the groundwater aquifers are being depleted. And I also am going to be speaking about the overpopulation of cows and how it's destroying our ozone layer. Very critical news. And I'll be speaking briefly about the benefits of carbon-free travel. Let me give you an update on the Fukushima disaster. Yes, it's still going on and it's killing everything. The plant is leaking over 100 tons of radioactive water every day. It's spilling out into the ocean. And another problem is evaporation, which makes rain radioactive. When it rains, it causes a widespread path of radioactive soil. The radioactive soil can cause people to get cancer. Remember back in the 70s or the 80s when Aaron Brockovich found radioactive water contaminating people's wells? This is very close to the same problem. The good news is the intelligence report this week announced that we have 7 technologies available that will help eradicate the radiation. These technologies will render the soil and the water free of radiation. The funds are hopefully coming very soon. We pray the disaster can still be contained. So let me talk about groundwater depletion. Groundwater is a valuable resource both in the United States and throughout the world. Where surface water such as lakes and rivers are scarce or inaccessible, groundwater supplies many of the hydraulic needs of people everywhere. And in the United States, it is the source of drinking water for about half of the population and nearly all of the rural population. And it also provides 50 billion gallons a day for agricultural needs. Groundwater depletion, a term often defined as long-term water level declines caused by sustained groundwater pumping. Many areas of the United States are experiencing groundwater depletion. To sum it up in other words, the groundwater can be compared to keeping money in a bank account. If you withdraw the money at a faster rate than you deposit the new money, you will eventually start having account supply problems. Pumping water out of the ground faster than it is replenished over a long term causes similar problems. The volume of groundwater in storage is decreasing in many areas in the United States in response to pumping. Groundwater depletion is primarily caused by sustained groundwater pumping, and some of the negative effects of the groundwater depletion are the drying up of wells, reduction of water in streams and lakes, deterioration of water quality, increased costs for pumping water, and land subsidence, or the sinking of land. Along the Atlantic coastal plain, especially in Nassau and Suffolk counties, Long Island, New York, pumping water for domestic supply has lowered the water table and has reduced or eliminated the base flow of streams. and has caused saline groundwater to move inland. Applicable changes in regional water supplies result in projected changes in climate due to the increasing CO2. The depletion of the aquifer represents a change in the water balance of the Great Plains region. In this area, it is suggested that it impacts global warming. The balance of water refers to all sources of moisture in the region, whether it's atmospheric, surface, or groundwater. And with a warming soil, moisture in the region would be reduced, as would the rainfall. More greenhouse gases affects the cycle. If the agriculture ceases to exist, this leads to a series of spiraling situations, like the loss of jobs, mining is affected, global shipping business is slowed down. For example, the United States ships 21.7 million metric tons daily, and China ships out 17.7 million metric tons daily, and this would surely be cut way down. Personally, I think the answers are sometimes right in front of us. We used to catch the rain, and it's called a rain barrel, and we could easily reclaim water from the sky almost on a daily plan. Think about that. The planet has a sustainable ecosystem, and it's been working for millennia. The sun warms the ground, and the water evaporates, the clouds build, and then it rains and waters the people and the plants and the animals. If the groundwater is gone, the system will be broken, and it's very hard to reverse it once it's gone too far. You can get more information on that from the website. But let me talk about the cause of cows. A cow's average release is between 70 and 100 kilograms of methane per year. Methane is a greenhouse gas, like carbon dioxide, but the negative effect on the climate of methane is 23 times higher than the effect of carbon. Therefore, the release of 100 kilograms of methane per year for each cow is equivalent to 2,300 kilograms of carbon a year. So, worldwide, there are about 1.5 billion cows and bulls. And on the world, all of these types of animals emit about 2 billion metric tons of carbon equivalents every year. In addition, the clearing of tropical forests and rainforests to get more grazing land is responsible for another 2.8 billion metric tons of carbon every year. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, or FAO, agriculture is responsible for 18% of the total release of greenhouse gases worldwide. This is more than the whole transportation sector. Cattle breeding is taking a major factor in these greenhouse gas emissions, according to FAO. Livestock are one of the most significant contributors to today's most serious environmental problems. Urgent action is required to remedy the situation. Livestock now use 30% of the Earth's entire land surface, mostly permanent pasture, but also including 33% of the global farmable land, which is used for producing feed for the livestock. Forests are cleared to create new pastures. It's a major driver of deforestation, especially in the Latin American areas, for example, where some 70% of former forests in the Amazon have been turned into grazing lands. Are cows to blame for global warming? Are cattle the true cause of climate change? We cannot deny that farming has a major impact on global warming. Since farming is basically serving the consumer's demand for food, we should look at our nourishment. With increased prosperity, people are consuming more meat and dairy products every year. Global meat production is projected to more than double from 229 million tons in 2001 to to 465 million tons in 2050, while milk output is set to climb from 580 to 1,043 million tons. A Japanese study showed that producing a kilogram of beef leads to the emission of greenhouse gases with a global warming potential equivalent to 36 kilograms of carbon dioxide. It also releases fertilizing compounds which are equivalent to 340 grams of sulfur dioxide and 59 grams of phosphate, and consumes 169 megawatts of electricity. In other words, a kilogram of beef is responsible for the equivalent amount of carbon emitted by the average European car that travels 250 kilometers and burns enough energy to light a 100-watt light bulb for 20 days. Compared to lamb and pork, cows release twice the methane. The website you can see is, if you want to see more, is called timeforachange.org. And there's other websites that are available also. In conclusion, the most important decision for us to consider is possibly eating much less meat and using much less dairy products. This is one of the most effective ways to reduce our personal carbon footprint and to generally reduce our personal negative impact on the environment. And as for deforestation, it's occurring at a rapid and increasing pace over the past 25 years, particularly in the less developed tropical countries. Deforestation has accelerated for a number of reasons. The need for agricultural land for subsistence crops to feed a growing population. This is the primary reason for deforestation. It is particularly problematic because tropical soils are generally unsuitable for agriculture, so the farmers must move and deforest new areas every few years. Another way we can regulate is the shipping, the export of timber and beef products. And what we want to do is discourage the shipping of these products from the deforested areas so that they are not looking to keep promoting cutting down the rainforest. Finally, a quote from Albert Einstein, a Nobel Peace Prize winner in 1921, who said, "Nothing will benefit human health and increase chances for survival of life on Earth as much as the evolution of a vegetarian diet." So I'd like to leave you with that. And a quick note about carbon-free travel. Just want to let you know that Veridian has added a carbon-free travel business to the green energy business, and now we are up to 7.5 billion pounds. Veridian has helped avoid over 7.5 billion pounds of carbon from going into the atmosphere by furnishing people with green energy, which comes from wind, solar, and hydro. At the annual meeting, we do give back in many ways. We give back by planting trees and other things, but with the carbon-free travel packages, which are available worldwide, somebody can choose from over 250,000 different hotels and resorts, and we're offering 5-star travel packages at 2- and 3-star prices, and they are carbon-free, and we offset the carbon by planting trees, and we help light up some people's homes in areas where they've never had electricity. You can see more on all this. There's a lot of on my website. There's a lot of information available there. You can go to veridian.com/save with Leo, and if you'd like to become a customer, please just go ahead and get on board. Very simple to do. It takes only 2 minutes. If you'd like more information on becoming a distributor for the Travelite carbon-free travel, if you'd like to become a distributor of the green energy, please feel free to contact me. There's a lot going on with the carbon-free travel. Electric trains are going to be a big one that's coming up too. Some topics I'll be speaking about the next time will be the Volkswagen and Audi emissions scandal and how they caused all this problems with the carbon emitting from the cars. Also, burning coal and fossil fuels, how it's quickly becoming a long outdated technology. I'll be talking briefly about that, and oil and water, my humanitarian connection with a gentleman named Hugo Luciante, who's from Ecuador, and who has a program going on to try and help the Amazon River Basin. Excuse me. Excuse me. Discover that you are the eyes of the world. The Eyes of the World Humanitarian Foundation sees you with loving eyes. We are no loopholes path to a greener and chemical-free planet. Namaste, aloha, good things.